Welcome to another edition of the Chick Chat right here on the hottest TV station in the hood. Nndivhaleni Leni Netshiavhela. And guys, can I say this? I really love hosting you guys. Today's guest has had a very interesting journey from drafting to MCing. There's no denying that Busisiwe Ngcobo is a woman of many talents. She's going to be gracing us with her talent and beauty. I am joined by the thick chick with the deep voice right here on the Chick Chat. Welcome.
Yo, what's up, everybody? So cool, and the thick chick with the voice and fun. And thank you so much for having me on your show.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
You're so beautiful.
You.
I tell the women who come on here that I'm always shocked at how beautiful you guys are.
I mean, we try.
Anyway, I want to start this interview with a very random question. Why do you put sugar in Anazi?
Guys,
why Ujisa team?
Come on, guys. Ukutu, Anazi, and sugar. They go together. That is a combo on its own, guys. Those combos communicate. What do you mean? What do you mean?
This side is 0, this side is 1, guys.
Guys, come on. Ukutu, Anazi, and sugar.
I want you to take me back to Olifantsfontein Primary School.
Oh my God.
Do you remember the year when you wrote was 2010?
Oh my God. How do you know about that? Dude, I never told you about that. I never told you about poetry and me. What?
Yeah. It was a beautiful poem, by the way.
Thank you very much. I mean, I was still young. How old was I? 12?
Grade 6?
I was in grade 6, yes. I was in grade 6. It was my English teacher who actually selected me, you know. I was quite good in English back in primary. Kind of still am, I think. Anyway.
I heard you're a good writer, by the way.
So, if I say so myself. So, she had asked me to recite a poem, to write a poem about 2010 because we were going to have the World Cup then. So she was like, how she would like for us to incorporate our culture and welcoming everybody, hence the different salutations there. And I was like, okay, I didn't even know what I was doing was poetry. I did it and I was selected to go and represent our school. There was like, I think 2 learners from my school. Yeah, there were 2 learners from my school. We did what we did, and surprisingly, people liked it. I actually went to go to Gauteng and represent the whole of Gauteng.
And a lot of kids used it to audition with.
At school, yeah. I was surprised. I didn't know.
She's that good.
Until my little sister, because we went to the same primary, my little sister told me, she's like, dude, we are actually using your poem to audition. Yeah.
And you were bullied quite a lot in primary school for your voice.
Yeah, I was teased, not physically bullied. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. But somehow they kind of got to me with the voice thing, you know. I think it's because I also was a bit insecure about my voice, you know. It sounded guy-like. It wasn't usual for a female to actually have a deep voice like I did. And it was quite a difficult time for me because I had a low self-esteem. I hid it because, I mean, I hung a lot with guys. I have a lot of guy friends. So I wasn't sure if it was for protection or I just vibed with males a lot. I don't know. But yeah, it was kind of a difficult time for me back then.
And when did you decide that this voice is like amazing?
Man, it was this one time I was doing videos on Instagram and I was like, you know, I wasn't even actually paying attention to my voice. It was more about what I can do, you know, my other talents, my hidden talents. But anyway, I was like, there was this thing that I did, and this guy was like, dude, you actually have a nice voice. He DM'd me on Instagram. He was like, dude, you have a nice voice. Long ass paragraph telling me that I should actually go into radio. Didn't really took it to heart, into head, and I was like, okay, I hear you. Until I went to Vodacom. I don't know what I was doing there. I think I was doing some stuff. Anyway, this guy was like, dude, you know I can actually listen to you talk the whole day. You have a nice voice. Started taking it seriously then. Yeah. You
do have a nice voice. That was the first thing I noticed when you sent me a voice note. I'm like, I'm not going to text. I'm just going to send voice notes so I can hear it.
I noticed actually.
love your
Little
voice.
Little did you know that I actually love yours too.
Oh really? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I don't think like that about my voice.
I love your voice.
Thank you so much. I want to try guess the meaning of your name, right? When I was doing my intro yesterday, I was like, you know, like, you know that thing you're Anazi, Nina. Like, you know, is that what it means?
Anazi, you don't know.
Exactly. Anazi.
Actually, no, that's not how the name came about.
But it makes sense. No?
It makes sense. Because honestly, that's the description that I give people. When they ask me about the name, Anazi, I'm like, I give them that description. That's the description I give people. But actually, bengisebenzisa isibongo saka Mkhwanazi. Isibongo esingikhulisile from ebuncane bami until ngize ngibe ngaka kahle kahle. You know, it was my grandmother's maiden name. So, the last bit of Mkhwanazi, the Anazi part.
Oh, I see.
That's where the name actually came about. Yes.
But it also sounds like a Xhosa name.
Right?
Yeah.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
People make the assumption that I'm actually Xhosa. Yeah.
You do look Xhosa. Xhosa women are fine. Like hot.
Maybe it's because I'm dating a certain Xhosa guy.
Oh,
I don't know.
hey
It's probably
now.
rubbing off on me.
I want us to go back to Oliphant's primary school, where you said you were teased about your voice. And I want to know if that has a direct link into how celebratory you are of yourself right now.
Of course it does. Of course it does, you know. I mean, when I was young in primary school, I was very shy and I had low self-esteem issues. I hid it because I had this big voice and I was a big kid, you know. So I wasn't likely to be bullied, besides me being mocked for my voice. So I was like, you know what, if I shy away and I continue being that little kid, being scared and all of that, I'm not going to be my authentic self, you know. I'm not going to be true to myself. I'm going to live in constant fear of that person who is long gone, you know. But it really does have a direct link to that, because now I'm this confident person, because every time I think about my young self, I lost a whole lot of opportunities because I was shy and I had low self-esteem issues. But I was like, you know what? I'm coming with a bang.
Coming for all of it.
All of it.
I want to know also, you in your intros, you always say the thick chick with the deep voice. And I want to know why that is.
I'm thick and I got a deep voice. But yeah, anyway, it's, you know how people body shame big girls, you know, it's rare to find a slim girl and being body shamed for the size that she is. But for us big girls, it's very hard for us, because you're body shamed left, right, and center. You know, who's posted this talk about marumkaba, you know, that kind of thing. So I think I kind of wanted to not to go to square, but I didn't want to give into that. I didn't want people to have the pleasure to tease me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm a thick chick and I got a deep voice.
Do you think it's a shield though? Like, are you shielding like yourself from all these harmful
It
comments?
was a shield for the longest of time. Not anymore. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care anymore. Like, I'm who I am because of what I went through, my experiences. I wouldn't change anything when it comes to my past and all of that. They made me who I am right now. So it was a shield for the longest of time, until I just stopped giving a F.
How was it being raised by Pastor Michael Ngcobo and Umam Nomathemba Ngcobo?
Yo, guys, I had very strict parents. My dad was very strict but sweet at the same time. From a Christian home, mom and dad were pastors. I'm a PK. So it was interesting actually being raised by two pastors who were very important within the community. My dad was a father figure to most of the guys and most kids in my community, you know, because so my dad kind of filled the void, you know. So it was interesting, pretty interesting. I shared my parents with the community. So yeah, I grew up like that.
And you were very close with your dad.
Very, very, very close. I was very close with my dad.
I know you were very close with him.
I remember the first time I got a merit at school, where it was like a kind of like prize giving, where you perform good and your parents actually come. My dad never missed any of those. And mind you, they were during the weekend, he had to actually go to work. But he would make sure that he was there. I don't remember my dad being absent when it came to my school things. Even when I won to represent Gauteng, he was the first person who was called. Not my mom, but my dad. Because he was that much involved up until high school, even to tertiary. My dad actually went with me to actually register even eskoleni, so I was quite close with my dad. Like, that's my G right there. That's my G. Definitely close with my dad.
I read a tweet that you responded to. You know, it was asked by a particular radio station. They were asking if you communicate with your parents about relationships, and you said your parents passed on before you could. And I want to know, if you had one more chance with your parents, what aspect of your life would you like to tell them about?
Relationship, yes, but more of, okay, my dad chose my career for me. Let me start there. My dad chose my career for
Which
me, which
career?
is engineering. Engineering. So I'm a postgraduate of e-drafting, which is engineering, to put it. And they didn't really know this Anazi person that you see right now. So I think I would want to share that kind of aspect. Nabazali bami ukuthi Anazi is this kind of a person, not really technical. I did it because I was good in it, not because I was passionate about it. I wish I could have shared more about my talent wami ukuthi ngiyathanda ukuthi ngibe on TV. I think I look good, but anyway. So if there's one thing I would love to share nabazali bami, it's just what I really want to do.
Your mom passed on last year. Has your worldview changed in any way since her passing?
If there's one thing, Ngoma Mami Uguti, she was a strong woman. Very, very strong. And I think I take after her. Take a lot of things after her besides being diligent. My mom was very diligent. I'm lazy, guys. But anyway, my mom was this, I think this character that I have, this being fearless, nakumanje, being fearless, has everything to do with the kind of person that my mom was. In terms of my world changing, it didn't really change. It was just that, not really a moment of epiphany, but it was just like, now your mom is gone, you gotta be that person, She was that person for me. She made sure, Guti, I stand my ground, and how can I put this?
You become the best version of yourself.
The best version of myself.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yes, who I was destined to be. So yeah, my world didn't really change. It was just clear. It was a bit blurry maybe then, yeah. But now it's like, bam, that's it. Yeah.
And you studied drafting engineering. Girl, what happened?
Jack of all trades.
I stand queens who can do it all.
I can do it all. You can have it all.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So I went to a technical high school. Wawaketa leso school for me, because there are not a lot of civil engineers in Mzansi. Plus you're a woman, Fielding it dominator abantu besilisa kakhulu. So if you would just venture into that, I was a creative person, and I knew everything that I wanted to do had to do with creativity. So I thought, you know what, I can be creative. I know I can be very creative. I mean, I love buildings, I can be creative in that space. So that's how the career came to be. But I realized at a later stage, my creativity actually lies within the media industry, actually. So yeah.
Would you still pursue engineering at some point in your life?
I'm actually pursuing it, yes. Dude, I'm venturing into a lot of businesses. I'm a businesswoman, a superstar in the making. It's just a lot. I mean, you can't keep this girl down.
Listen, she's a businesswoman and side hustler, Haikoba superstar, guys. Am I right?
Yeah.
Girl, from drafting to the entertainment industry, when did you decide that you want to be in the entertainment industry?
I mean, girl, it's not like I woke up and I decided, Wuti, I want to be within the entertainment industry. It took a lot of convincing from strangers, people I didn't know, who'd be like, dude, do this, radio is okfanela, you have the voice for it, and there's a lot, So I didn't choose it, it kind of chose me. The decision came when I was still studying within the field I was doing. I think it was my last trimester. Yes, that's when I decided, you know what, I really want to venture into this, and I really feel like it's on sebenzela because of the personality that I have. So yeah, kind of chose me. Yeah.
You're also a makeup artist. When are you doing my makeup? When are you correcting, fixing this face?
Girl, talk to your production team so they can hire me, Yeah,
Alexis behind the lens. You must do a plan, make a plan.
Holla at your girl. Give me a ginyana day. It's more of a hobby than a career,
You do really well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a hobby that gives me pocket money. Nyana. I did it when I was still studying, cause hey, sayithanda makeup again. Amashiya sathanda ukwadweba nayasihlula ngisho. So iqale when my sister aqeda ukushada in the year 2017. Aqeda ukushada, this lady was doing our makeup for just one day, and on Sunday bekumele sizibone ukuthi sibuya siphuma kanjani. I was like, oh, okay, it's a traditional day, and makeup vele kumele ibonakale lapho because there's a lot of colors, it's colorful, you know. And then the makeup artist actually came back to do my sister's makeup. I saw a bit of work that she was doing, and I was like, actually, this is not so hard. I can do this thing. Mos did it myself. I looked good, and I decided, you know what, this is gonna be a hobby. Yeah.
I spoke to a few people who know you very well. They all say you're very selfless and you love helping people. You didn't say that about yourself, actually.
Well, I think I didn't say it because that's the kind of person that I am, you know. It's just who I am, my authentic self, you know. Unlike me having to explain me being an empty and all of that, I just didn't think it was important for me to just explain that. I am a very selfless person, if I say so myself. I am, could say, a grounded person. I love to give out. When I help the next person, you don't owe me anything, but you just owe the next person who needs help from you.
And what happened to the hands-on charity event?
Yo, you really got me with that one, hey? You really got me with that one. What happened to hands-on?
It was a beautiful initiative.
Was, yes, still is. Yeah. I'm not sure if Basai Kubegi Salabanting now. So I was working with 2 other girls, so Besitri Maspelel. The vision was the same, but I think in the sense ukuthi manje imoshe kuyona ukuthi we were just the direction we all wanted to take was different. The vision was the same, but the direction and how we wanted it to be run was totally different. So there was a lot of conflict with that, and I decided, you know what, let me just do something of my own. I don't want to work with people, because before hands-on, I was doing something else with someone else. You know, help a child, save a child. It was an organization where we were helping people to give out to the community at large. Failed. I think. So yeah.
So the separation and conflict is what started Mele Academic Foundation.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Oh, Mele Academic, that is my baby. Mele Academic House. Well, when I started Mele Academic House, it was actually during this pandemic. Teaching abantwana besikolo of primary school kids from grade 4 to grade 7. It was actually aimed at local schools, like government schools, because I thought if ngizo charge umntana ofunda ka government, already they cannot afford ama school fees akhona. And it's not to say akawudinga usizo, uyaludinga usizo, but then how can I now close the gap? Because that's where I saw the gap. I was like, Mele Academic House, I'm gonna help abantwana besikolo for free. It's a free entity, it's an NPO. We are a month and a couple of days old, actually. So bengifundisa abantwana in my living room.
And how has COVID-19 affected that? Because they're not allowed to move around.
That's when we decided to take a break, because my iqale when I think COVID-19 was still fresh. It wasn't as effective as it is right now, where it's just affecting everybody and people are dying from it now. Iqale right after we locked down in 21 days before by Kubegisi lockdown. And there were safety precautions that were made. I was sanitizing the whole place. So it wasn't really much of a struggle. The struggle came now. These positive cases now. I was putting my family at risk. I decided, you know what, let me just take a break from it until at least maybe my cases are but for good. It's just because of the pandemic that we're faced with.
You were part of the RCL at school.
I was.
Do you see yourself training other kids into leadership?
Oh, definitely. That's what I do with my organization, actually. I wanted to create an environment where they are themselves. They're able to talk to me. Because you think it's a mental prison, so to say, you know. Abeko free. My kids come to school, I'm sleepers. and they like it. They even ask us, why can't school be like this? You know, where I'm able to come with my slippers and my favorite jackets and just go to school and learn. Because basically, it's the same, but not the same. We love it because we love it because the way she teaches. It's just, I wish my teachers could be like that. I wanted a safe environment, the way they can be themselves and just bangasabi ukuba wrong. That's what I preach in my classes.
Very important.
Yes, ungasabi ukuba wrong, because more wrong you'll be corrected. You have nothing to lose.
You mentioned quite a lot of times that you were the jack of all trades. You were a tutor, engineer, MC, radio host, amongst other things. I would like to know what you would want to be remembered as above all those things.
True in myself, authentic, very rooted, grounded, humble. Everything that has to do with authenticity, I would like to be remembered for that. Not to go to stage, no, but just to be my true African self. That's what I would like to be remembered for.
You don't want to be remembered for any of the career paths that you're pursuing.
Has nothing to do with me. It's just a title, you know, to differentiate from this to that. But I'm not a title person. Honestly, I struggle sometimes with what occupation engiyenzayo. I struggle a lot because I'm not really a title person. I don't like putting titles to anything that I do.
Do you have any projects that you're working on currently?
Definitely, yes. I'm working on a project with these other incredible ladies. I can't really say what we're doing right now. I'm working with other local DJs, Petabotic,
shout out.
from 1632. He asked me to do his tagline as well as his jingles, so I'm very excited for that. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much
an
for
absolute
having
pleasure
me.
to have you here. Grace us with your beautiful energy. Guys, you know how I do it when there's an MC and a presenter on the show. They're going to sign us out.
I saw that one coming. I saw that one coming. Yo, what's up? It's okay, Anazi, the thick chickle voice and you were chilling with me and Lenny on the Chick Chat.
We out. Bye.